We acknowledge that Chadron State College is situated on the land of multiple Native nations, past and present. These original homelands are the territory of Indigenous peoples who were largely dispossessed and removed. We specifically acknowledge these are the traditional homelands of the Lakota, Cheyenne, and Arapaho people. Chadron State College pledges to support and advocate for the histories, cultures, languages, and territorial rights of historic and contemporary Indigenous peoples of this region. This statement affirms continuous Indigenous presence and rights, acknowledges the ongoing effects of settler colonization, and supports Indigenous struggles for political, legal, and cultural sovereignty.
Welcome to the Spring 2026 Commencement Ceremony. Please remain rising as the Chadron State College ROTC Color Guard presents our national colors. Post colors. Please remain standing until the ROTC Color Guard has exited the arena. You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I am Dr. Jody Cooper, President of Chadron State College. On behalf of the Nebraska State College System, Board of Trustees, and the faculty and staff of Chadron State, I welcome you to our spring commencement ceremony. Please rise as we bow our heads for a moment of silence and give thanks for our many blessings this year and for these special graduates here today. The moment of reflection will be delivered by Ms. Tiana Martin of Kearney, Nebraska.
Good morning. You guys may sit. Graduates, take a moment, look around you. To your right, faculty who challenged you. In front of you, staff who quietly made this place feel like home. And all around you, in those stands, family, friends, teammates, mentors, classmates, and coaches, the people who loved you here. It is easy today to think about ourselves, how we earned this moment. And we should. We worked hard, and that matters. But I invite you to sit with something else. For just a moment, think about your people, those who helped you become who you are right now in this seat. Today, not one of us walks across this stage alone. I want to take a moment to reflect on some of the people who will walk across the stage with me today, and I hope that will help you remember your people. My classmates, who were constant friends, who studied with me, challenged me, and always made time to say hello. My professors, who patiently listened to my flustered explanations of why I just didn't understand the topic, who met me in my uncertainty and taught me that it's okay to not know everything, that trying my very hardest still has value, and there will always be room to learn. Those same professors who slid a box of tissues across the desk and listened compassionately to parts of my life that had nothing to do with the classroom. My parents, who answered the phone on the rare occasions I called home and loved me through every version of myself that I brought home. My friends, who helped me laugh and reminded me I belong, and my church, who became my family, who opened their homes, shared their tables, and gave me more than I ever thought to ask for. Those are my people, and I think if you sit with it for a moment, you'll find yours too. Today, remember your people. Hold on to their names, their words, the lessons they taught, and the moments they showed up. Because those memories are more than gratitude. They're proof. Proof that you are seen, that you are loved, and that you are not alone. Carry those memories forward, and when you do, you carry your people with you. Congratulations, class of 2026. We did it. And now, we get to leave this place with joy, celebrating our journey here at CSC and the people who made it possible. Today, we walk across the stage carrying more than a degree. We walk across the stage with the people who made us, us.
Thank you, Tiana. And now I'll ask Dr. Gregory Moses to place the institutional mace. This ceremony is a very special time for each graduate and their family and friends. To maintain the dignity and the distinctive occasion, and out of respect for all of our graduates, we ask that you please silence cell phones and remain seated until the ceremony has ended so that each graduate's name can be heard when announced. Commencement is a celebration of academic attainment. To bring greetings to you from the academic community of Chadron State College, it is my pleasure to introduce you to our Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Kimberly Paddock O'Reilly.
Members of the class of 2026, families, faculty, and friends. It is my honor as Vice President of Academic Affairs to welcome you to this celebration. Today, I want to speak to 4 themes that define the value of what you have accomplished: grit, the measurable power of your degree, the habits of mind CSC built in you, and the importance of staying connected. Grit. Psychologist Angela Duckworth defines grit as passion and sustained perseverance towards long-term goals. Talent helps, but persistence, deliberate practice, and the willingness to learn from failure more often determines who succeeds. You demonstrated grit every time life created barriers to your education. Every late-night study session, every humbling grade, every moment you had to remind yourself why this degree was worth it. Those were not incidental struggles. They were preparation for everything that lies ahead. The measurable value of your degree. Only 39% of US adults hold a bachelor's degree and 13% a master's degree, placing you among an elite group. Beyond higher lifetime earnings and lower unemployment, your degree predicts better health outcomes, greater civic participation, and real resilience in a rapidly changing labor market. Your education opens doors and keeps them open. Habits of mind. Employers and communities need people who think critically, communicate clearly, and lead ethically. Your courses in philosophy, ethics, history, and the humanities, and the arts build exactly those capacities, a powerful, transferable toolkit that makes you a clearer thinker, a more responsible decision maker, and a resilient problem solver. These are also the skills that will help you pivot as technology reshapes your field. That adaptability is not just an asset, it is professional insurance. How it fits together and stay connected. Grit gives you the staying power, your habits of mind give you the critical skills, and your degree gives you the qualifications. Together, they make you more employable, more civically engaged, more capable of lifelong learning, and more resilient, exactly what our world needs. Through CSC, you also built relationships with classmates, faculty, mentors, and alumni. Tend those connections, use your network generously and reciprocally, and become an active alumnus who mentors the next generation. These relationships open doors and amplify the impact of your work. 4 pieces of practical advice to take with you. Tend to your grit. Set long-term goals, break them into deliberate practice, seek feedback, and measure your progress. Keep sharpening your thinking. Read broadly, argue carefully, write clearly, and welcome perspectives that challenge you. Stay connected and give back. Maintain relationships with peers, faculty, and the industry, mentors, and those who follow. Use your education for more than personal gain. Apply your knowledge to public problems, improve your communities, and make the world better, one deliberate action at a time. And in closing, you will face uncertainty. You will fail sometimes, and that's inevitable. But remember, the core lesson of grit, what matters is not whether you fail, but whether you get up with purpose, learn from the setback, and keep going. Class of 2026, you have earned this degree through intelligence, creativity, and perseverance. Go forward with grit, thoughtfulness, confidence, and courage. You are prepared not just to earn a living, but to live purposely. We are proud of you, and we look forward to seeing what your future holds. Congratulations, Class of 2026.
Thank you, Dr. Paddock O'Reilly. I would now like to introduce several people. I ask these individuals to stand when their names are called, and I ask you to hold your applause until all have been introduced. On stage, celebrating this special occasion with you, are Ms. Margene Terrell, Vice Chair and Academic and Personal Committee Chair of the Board of Trustees of the Nebraska State College System, Dr. Kimberly Paddock O'Reilly, Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Jim Margetts, Dean of the School of Liberal Arts, Dr. Brittany Helmbrecht, Dean of the School of Professional Studies and Applied Sciences, Mr. Sean Bonzoff, today's commencement speaker, Dr. Gregory Moses, Associate Professor of Mathematics and Faculty Senate President, Mr. Jordan Haas, Assistant Professor of Mathematics and the 2026 Nebraska State College System Teaching Excellence Award winner, and Ms. Melissa Mitchell, our registrar. I also want to recognize Dr. Michael Stevens and the CSC Wind Symphony for providing the music for this ceremony. Please join me in welcoming the stage party and thanking Dr. Stevens and symphony members. Also joining us today are many faculty and staff from the 3 academic schools from which our students are graduating today. Please join me in thanking these faculty and staff for participating in this ceremony. also wish to recognize a faculty member, Dr. Thomas Smith, who passed away earlier this year. The empty chair near his former colleagues and the rows remind us of his contributions to CSC, and he will be missed. It is now my pleasure to invite Ms. Margene Terrell to the podium to bring official greetings from the Board of Trustees of the Nebraska State College System.
Good morning, all. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Nebraska State Colleges, it is my privilege to welcome you. President Cooper, faculty, staff, alumni, graduates, friends, and family, to this Chadron State College commencement ceremony. What an honor it is to be here with you today, to celebrate the achievements of Chadron State College class of 2026. Commencement is truly one of the joys of serving on the Board of Trustees. You need to take a moment to pause and honor the dedication, perseverance, and passion that each of you brought to be at this milestone. Graduates, today it's about you, your hard work, your resilience, and the spark of creativity that helped you carry through the challenges and towards new possibilities. As you walk across this stage, take a moment to reflect on what you've accomplished, but also on the community that has surrounded you and supported you in this journey. I hope you look back at your time at Chadron State with pride and gratitude, and I hope you always see this college as a part of your future. You will forever be a member of this Eagle family. As you look ahead, know that you are ready. The knowledge you've gained, the values you've shaped, the experiences you've lived here at Chadron State have prepared you to lead with integrity, to serve with compassion, and to create meaningful change in the world around you. The author and educator, Dr. Rita Pearson, once said, "Every child deserves a champion, an adult who will never give up on them." Today, as a college graduate, you can be that champion for your community, your workplace, your family, and future generations. You have what it takes to make the difference. To the parents, family, and loved ones joining us today, thank you for your encouragement, sacrifice, and unwavering belief in the graduate that has made your graduate to make this moment possible. Let us send our warmest congratulations and best wishes to the class of 2026 as they begin their new chapter. And now, with the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Nebraska State Colleges, I have the pleasure to invest President Cooper with the power and the authority to grant degrees to these new graduates of Chadron State. Congratulations, class of 2022. We are proud of you, and we can't wait to see what you do next. And then soar, Eagles. I have the honor this morning, in addition to bringing the greetings from the board, but also to formally recognize Mr. Jordan Haas as this year's Nebraska State College Teaching Excellence Award recipient. Each year, the board considers the Teaching Excellence Award recipients from each of the 3 state colleges in their selection of a system award recipient. And I am pleased to present the Board of Trustees awarding Mr. Haas this Teaching Excellence Award plaque. Congratulations.
Thank you for that kind introduction, Trustee Terrell. All right, hello everyone. I feel so honored to be representing Chadron State College as the Teaching Excellence Award recipient. Graduates, thank you for letting me share just a sliver of your day. While receiving this award is incredibly special to me, it's the time that I get to spend with you over your academic careers and getting to this day that really brings me purpose. I love being a sidekick on your journey, helping you when and where I can, but mostly just admiring your grit and determination to achieve your goals. Enjoy this day with your friends and family. You deserve it. I also want to thank Dr. Rob Stack for nominating me for this award and writing a letter of support on my behalf. Dr. Stack, whether you know it or not, you helped shape me into the teacher I am today. From the first class I took with you a long-ish time ago, I knew you were the type of teacher and person I wanted to be. I would also like to thank Dr. John Ritson, Dr. Shonda French Collins, and Lauren Zimmerman for writing letters of support on my behalf. I was so humbled by the kind things that you had to say about me. Anyone who knows me might know that I'm a little bit of a crier, and their letters made me cry a lot. So thank you so much. Faculty, staff, you are the people who make coming to work easy. CSC is such a special place because of the people, and we have some really darn good people around here. Thank you for making this such a fun and rewarding job. To the administrative team, thank you for your support and for providing me with the opportunity to do what I love. I'd also like to thank my mom and dad for being here today. Thank you for making the trip, it really means a lot. And finally, to my wife, Lisa, thank you for being there for me all of the time. You are the rock of my life, and I love you more. All right, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Thank you to everyone for being here to celebrate our graduates here today, and enjoy the rest of your weekend here in Chadron.
Thank you, Trustee Terrell, and congratulations again, Mr. Haas, on being selected as this year's Nebraska State College Teaching Excellence Award recipient. I would now like to introduce our guest speaker, Mr. Sean Bonzoff, who is the Executive Director of the Pat Tillman Veterans Center at Arizona State University, where he oversees services for more than 20,000 military-connected students. A veteran of the Nebraska Army National Guard, Bonzoff served 21 years and retired as Acting First Sergeant of the 1057th Transportation Company in Chadron. An Iraq War veteran, he earned the Bronze Star and Combat Action Badge for his service. Bonzoff is also the author of The 5 L's, a practical guide for helping loved ones heal after trauma, and has trained thousands to support individuals coping with PTSD. A 2010 graduate of Chadron State College, he also earned a master's degree in sociology from Arizona State University. Please join me in a round of applause to welcome Mr. Sean Bonzoff as our speaker.
Thank you, President Cooper. So graduates, let's just take a second. So trauma is kind of like this. We remember all the time the bad things that happen in our life. You know what I'm saying? So we're born with this thing called the negativity bias. The first word you probably learned when you were a kid was no. And then we spend a whole bunch of time thinking in our minds all the time of some of the bad things. But we don't do a great job of thinking the good things. So right now, I'm going to give you just a second. Take in with your senses all the things that are going on right now. Smell. What are the smells? Look around. Go ahead, and it's all right. Move your head. It's all right. Just look around. Find your family right now. Where are they at? Just look at them. Point at them. Yeah. Oh, give them the heart thing. Yeah, that's good. Now, I'm a true believer in what I call dropping breadcrumbs. Those beautiful, sweet moments that happen in our lives, when things kind of go to crap later on, because they will, you can pick up the breadcrumbs back to this moment here at CSC. Remember this beautiful moment. So good morning, faculty, administration, graduates, Chadron State College class of 2026. Damn, don't that feel good to hear? Yes, it's all right, I cussed. It's okay. I appreciate the opportunity to speak a few words. Congratulations, today is the first day of the rest of your life. You've sweat and cried and laughed and studied and tested your way here. Breathe it in. You earned it. Live right now in this moment and take it all in. Your success. I like this word, your prowess. Remember, use your senses, take it all in. You know, I was remembering back when I was preparing this speech at my time at CSC, way back in the late 1900s. I was thinking about sensory things, and I was thinking about slow dancing with my wife. I might have snagged a couple of smooches, and we were out on the dance floor, a little country music, out at the country kitchen. Well, it wasn't the country kitchen back then, all right? It was something called the South 40. If you remember the South 40, let me hear you say yeehaw. Anybody in here? Yeah, there was a few of you out there with me. I can remember those things, and I took them all in, and I remember them. In a few moments, you'll walk up here, and you're going to pick up your trophy. Now, this trophy is not a participation trophy, all right? It's something you've earned. And during my life, I've sat right where you're sitting, anticipating my diploma. I've sat where your family has sat and your friends are sitting while you're eagerly awaiting. Like I remember my son graduated from CSC. My wife graduated from CSC. My daughter-in-law graduated from CSC. My daughter graduated from CSC. Maybe one day my grandkids will graduate from this place. So I remember feeling and sensing all the things that you're sensing today. I remember being a campus pastor right here at Chadron State College. I remember being on the faculty. I was an adjunct faculty member for the criminal justice department here. I don't know why, but they let me come in and talk for a whole semester. I remember being at the Army National Guard unit right here, right behind us, and spending 21 years of my life. I remember all of these things, being a school resource officer as part of a partnership with Chadron State College, and now I remember I've been at 10 years at Arizona State University in an institution of higher education, but this really isn't a story about me, but this is a story about you. Is to tell you that when I integrated all of those things into my career into higher education, your degrees from this college right here, Chadron State College, are a beautiful, beautiful degree. I like to say that Chadron State College is big time degrees and small town vibes, right? It's that place where you felt like home the whole time you've been here. Maybe there was a mom, a pop, or a dad, or a grandma or a grandpa that brought you into their house and fed you a meal. Maybe it's just your faculty that really care about you. You know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Chadron State College. The faculty here took great strides to teach you your specific degrees, but I feel like you have something special. And what is that? It's called common sense. You got your degree on the prairie where people migrated here through all sorts of crap, right? And you have this sense in you. It's called common sense. Take the degree that your professors gave you today, add your common sense into that. I tell you today that anything's possible. Do you think that I thought I would go on to do the things I was going to do? Do you think that I thought one day I'd write a book? I can tell you my comp teacher said, heck no. That guy ain't writing nothing. I know some of you are looking at me right now. It's like, why did they choose this guy? Why did they choose it? Well, Dr. Cooper, she called me up. She said, Sean, you know, I've been working really hard to try to find the right commencement speaker. I was looking for somebody really handsome, somebody really debonair, looks good in his fit, kind of brings that Hollywood vibe. We searched everywhere, we couldn't find anybody like that, so we chose you. So thank you for that, Dr. Cooper. Now, while listening to speakers in the past, I know as someone who speaks a lot to people, I'm like, dude, are you ever gonna be done? No, I thought, dude, this is your chance. You got them right on the edge of their seats right now, and they're thinking, inspire me, tell me something to do, because I'm a little bit freaked out right now. I'm getting ready to graduate, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. Well, I'm going to hope not to blow it. I want to inspire you to do a few things that are close to my heart today. And I hope, as I do, that you'll be inspired. First, you ready? These all start with the letter L. You heard the book that I wrote, the 5 L's. There's 5 things I'm going to tell you quick. First, choose to love. Love those close to you and love those who wander by. To live a life of conscious love is the best one you can live. Trust me when I say, without hesitation, there's approximately 345 million people in the United States of America, and every last one of them, including you and me, wants and needs to be loved. So this is the touchy-feely portion of my presentation. I need everybody to take out their pointy finger. Everybody in the room, take out your pointy finger. You got it? All right, now you can participate with me. Point at yourself and repeat after me. I deserve to be loved. Yeah, you do. And if nobody's told you yet today, I love you. There's something really powerful about love. Choose to do it and see how it changes your life. And it could very well change the world. That's kind of why you got your degree. I bet you a bunch of you thought, I want to change the world one day. Choose love. Second, listen. Listen with your whole body. Listen with your ears and your eyes and your nose and your hands. Take the time to listen, not for the sake of talking, because that's usually how we listen. We listen just long enough until we get an idea, and then we stop listening. And then we want to start talking. I'm saying listen without thinking about talking. You know, the strange thing is when we really listen, something happens. It's magical. People actually feel seen. Third, learn. Continue to learn. Don't stop here. Use the time you're given to gain knowledge. Because I'm a true advocate for, if you take the time to learn, guess what happens? You no longer fear what you don't know, and it begins to open you up to understanding and loving. Fourth, lesson. Take the time to lessen the stress in your life. Lessen the minutes that you're wound up around work and give those minutes back to you. Lessen the need to achieve and give over to reprieve. Lessen your grip on those things that bind you and open your hands to those things that enlighten you. Fifth, lead. When I was a young dad right here in Chadron on Sunday mornings, we'd get ready to go to church at a local church here, and my wife and I, Jody, my rock, my beauty, she and I, we'd get the kids ready, and then I would prepare lunch. I'd put it in a crock pot or I'd put it in the oven. You know what I'm talking about, homegrown Nebraska roast beef. I'd put that in the crock pot, generous salt and pepper. I'd slice an onion, I'd lay that over the top, clean the carrots and the potatoes, and I'd snug them in around the roast beef. Is anybody getting hungry? And I put them all in there, and I put the top on, and we'd walk out and we'd go to church. A few hours later, in Nebraska, that could be 4 or 5 hours. And then you turn around and you come home, and I'd open the back porch door, and wafting out to greet me was the smell of that roast beef. Do you know what I'm talking about? I like to call that smell Sunday morning. So what's that got to do with leading, Sean? Well, let me tell you something. Smell like Sunday morning to everyone you lead in life. Take the time to set in the slow cooker of life. Don't be like a Hot Pocket. And you know what I'm talking about. You ever had a Hot Pocket? You throw it in the microwave for 1 minute and 45 seconds. You pull it out. You take a bite. It's cold but burns the top of your mouth all at the same time. Yeah. You just got out of college. You know what I'm talking about. So Hot Pockets, right? They don't taste good. But savory roast beef and carrots and potatoes, after they've just taken on the flavors of those things around them, is the most beautiful, sensuous almost taste. This is what I'm talking about when you're leading people. Smell like Sunday morning to them, like you've taken the time to be a good leader. Smell like Sunday morning. I'd like to leave you with an acrostic poem that I penned in 2022, and I think it pairs nicely today with this moment. The title of this poem is Stand. Stand. Start everything you do with love. Be conscious about it. Make every effort to show it and receive it. Take the temperature of every room. Be patient and let things come to you. They will, I promise. Accept you will fail. If you know it, the pain will be more bearable. Negotiate your rising. Learn to get up from a fall when you are ready, not when others tell you to. And draw. Draw with your pencil. Draw every breath deeply. Draw on the wisdom of your journey and draw on the well of friendships along the way. Go forth, graduates of Chadron State College, you beloved Eagles for life, and love, listen, learn, lesson, and lead. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Bonza, for your inspiring words. I'm so pleased you and your wife, Jody, were able to join us today for this celebration of our graduates. Dr. Kimberly Paddock O'Reilly will now present candidates for the conferral of their respective graduate degrees.
All 2026 candidates for the Education Specialist, please rise and remain standing. The Masters of Arts in Education, please rise and remain standing. The Master of Business Administration, please rise and remain standing. The Master of Education, please rise and remain standing. The Master of Science in Education, please rise and remain standing. The Master of Science in Organizational Management, please rise and remain standing. Dr. Cooper, upon the recommendation of the graduate faculty and the academic deans, I recommend to you these candidates for conferring upon them their respective graduate degrees.
Through the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Nebraska State College System, I now bestow upon each of you your respective graduate degree.
Academic deans, Dr. Jim Margetz and Dr. Brittany Helmbrecht, will assist with the hooding of the graduates along with the candidate's advisor. Please come forward to accept your diploma. Family members, feel free to come forward for photographs and then you can go back to your seats. Rhonda Lee Buckleham, being hooded by Dr. Tara Wilson. Michelle Marie Guzman Barizos, being hooded by Dr. Tara Wilson. Miranda M. Richards, being hooded by Dr. Tara Wilson. Jessica Grace Teal, being hooded by Dr. Tara Wilson. Zizek Richard William Brown, being hooded by Dr. Terry Morrow. Ashton Perry Burdett, being hooded by Dr. Terry Morrow. Jennifer Lynn Ferretti, being hooded by Dr. Terry Morrow. Ashley Dale Hensley, being hooded by Dr. Terry Morrow. Faith Marie Jones, being hooded by Dr. Terry Morrow. Chrysalyn Renee Yarnell, being hooded by Dr. Terry Morrow. Gavin James Peitzer Meyer, being hooded by Dr. Terry Morrow. Leanna A. Pollock, being hooded by Dr. Terry Morrow. Kevin Coy Jr., being hooded by Dr. Terry Morrow. Kelsey Nicole Kroc, being hooded by Dr. Karen Enos. Kyle Lee King, being hooded by Dr. Karen Enos. Courtney Lynn Neal, being hooded by Dr. Karen Enos. Heather Pearson, being hooded by Dr. Joanne Hayes. Hannah R. Marsh, being hooded by Dr. Joanne Hayes. Kylie June McManigal, being hooded by Dr. Joanne Hayes. Caden Dean Dower, being hooded by Dr. Gary Dusick. Andrew R. Smith, being hooded by Dr. Gary Dusick. Abigail Ludwig, being hooded by Dr. P.J. Kim. Kyle Ray Shirley, being hooded by Dr. Kim. Allison Omernick, being hooded by Dr. Caitlin Redden. Didn't we just do this? Did we just keep it? Sutton James Pullman, being hooded by Dr. Caitlin Redden. Leonard Lane Redhair, being hooded by Dr. Caitlin Redden. Jonathan D. Reiners, being hooded by Dr. Caitlin Redden. Brody Jeffrey Eisenbraun, being hooded by Dr. Cassandra Ritson. Mackenzie Ray Rising, being hooded by Dr. Ritson. Heather Elizabeth Dalton, being hooded by Dr. Aaron Norman. Chloe Elizabeth Rankin, being hooded by Dr. Joshua Ellis. Hunter Keenan O'Connor, being hooded by Dr. Ritson. Riley Shanae Shaw, being hooded by Dr. Ritson. Olivia Trimbley, being hooded by Dr. Scott Ritson. Let's have one final round of applause for our new graduate degree graduates. During today's commencement, we should recognize those bachelor's degree candidates who have graduated or are graduating with academic honors. In recognition of their outstanding academic achievement, they are wearing medallions. Please note that those students graduating cum laude have attained a cumulative grade point average of 3.6 to 3.74. Those graduating magna cum laude have a grade point average of 3.75 to 3.89. And those graduating summa cum laude have a grade point average of 3.9 to 4.0. All honors graduates, please rise and be recognized. Please be seated. The 2026 candidates for the Associate of General Studies degree, please rise and remain standing. The Bachelor of Applied Science degree, please rise and remain standing. The Bachelor of Arts degree, please rise and remain standing. The Bachelor of Science degree, please rise and remain standing. The Bachelor of Science in Education degree, please rise and remain standing. Dr. Cooper, upon the recommendation of the faculty, the chairs of the department, and the deans of the schools, I recommend to you these candidates for conferring upon them their undergraduate degrees.
Through the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Nebraska State College System, I now bestow upon each of you your respective undergraduate degree. Please move the tassel from the right edge to the left edge of your cap.
"2026 graduates, please come forward to accept your diploma. Again, family, please feel free to come to the front for photographs and then return to your seats. Austin Wayne Kennedy. Abigail Rose Searle. Juliana Paige Ortiz. Levi Dexter Banuelos. Allison Grace Beard, summa cum laude. Bianca Regine Bergenholtz Bendasus. Felina Jasmine Blanco. Jadon Dante Bowen. Anna Florde Maria Briner. Alejandro Rizino Lopez, magna cum laude. Justin E. Brush. Spring Glory Burks, magna cum laude. Jaden Rose Carrier, summa cum laude. Madison Klaus, summa cum laude. Allison Paris Brock. Caitlin Nicole Zierpak, cum laude. Daniel Adam Dynas, Jr. Kea Dogert, summa cum laude. Alyssa Marie Dubois. Riley Paige Flick, summa cum laude. Caitlin Fredrickson, summa cum laude. Maddox Paige Galehausen, summa cum laude. Skylar Michael Geerdodson. Mary Deanna Gibson. David Pierce Gifford. Coy Hudson Gilbert, summa cum laude. Seth Stewart Glass, magna cum laude. Trinity Nevea Glassbrenner, magna cum laude. Dylan J. Glorioso. Tyjon Okeon Green. Jessie Faye Gurley. Nikki Lynn Haller. Brianna Jolene Hansel. Vanessa Marie Hines cum laude. Asosa Ian Gowena, magna cum laude. Haley Shea Jagler. Ella Grace Jackson, magna cum laude. Blaine Darren Johnson. Gretchen R. Calamine, summa cum laude. Kaylee Elise Kirkwood, magna cum laude. Casey Kittel. Kaylee Klein, magna cum laude. Andrea Alexandrite Landenberger, summa cum laude. Connor John Lopez. Jolie Mikhail Lyon, cum laude. Jacob Ryan Marshall. Layla N. Martin. Tiana Lene Martin, summa cum laude. Jalen Rain Martinez. Miles Arlington Mitchell. Quintessa Therese Moravets, cum laude. Cameron Page Morris. Taylor May Negebauer, magna cum laude. Diego Perez. Caden Michael Perez. Lydia Peters, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Nicole Peterson. Cheyenne Paro Alred. Joshua Lee Randall, magna cum laude. Desiree Riblet. Gracie May Rissy. Porter Rocky Robin, summa cum laude. Sydney Lynn Roberts, magna cum laude. Cadence Ann Robley, magna cum laude. Anselmo Rushlow. Salvador Rojas. Bridget Faye Romy. Riley Joe Sarazin. Madison Ray Sebo. Amanda K. Celine, magna cum laude. Quade Smith. Zach Smith. Isabella Esperanza Soto. Carrie A. Stutzman, summa cum laude. Olivia Danae Taylor. Nathan Tefevra, magna cum laude. Carlin Ivy Tagan, summa cum laude. Joaquin Vinzer III. Hoy John Waitley. Jace Joseph Walter. Isaac James Weems, summa cum laude. Josiah Nathan Whaley Jr. Dylan A. White. Bryce Dean Wiedemann. Peyton Nicole Wise. Hannah Ray Wool. Sophia Marie Wortman. Ashlyn Elizabeth Wiley, magna cum laude. Morgan Allen. Chesney Jean Anderson. Taya Janae Berry cum laude. Lindsay Renee Cody. Laureen M. DeMasters. Colton James Doney. McKenna Grace Fisher, summa cum laude. John Bruce Fortner III. Reese Michael Frank. Tayden Larry Gillette. Carson Peter Glassbrenner. Sean James Graff, cum laude. Kiona Hargens, magna cum laude. Aubrey Jane Heinsma, summa cum laude. Jana Elizabeth Rose Hewitt. Sierra Joe Hicks. Samantha Kendall Johns. Onika Leilani Lee. Christina Maria Lilinas, cum laude. Brenner Ryan McLaughlin, summa cum laude. Ashley Josephine Ort, magna cum laude. Dawson James Ort, summa cum laude. Brandon A. Baradas, cum laude. Preston Lee Pearson, cum laude. Paige Michelle Pritchard, magna cum laude. Pepper Tate Rhine, summa cum laude. Tyler James Ring, cum laude. Aaliyah Jasmine Rothestein. Bailey Edward Riker. Trevor Michael Terrell. Dylan Paul Tome, cum laude. Levi John Van Beek. Nikki Renee Walla. Jaden Rose Marie Warrior. Shania Cheyenne Ware, summa cum laude. Lindsay Marie Baez, summa cum laude. McKenna Lynn Bowman, summa cum laude. Sunny Eden, summa cum laude. Lindsay Lee Evans, summa cum laude. Delaney Brooke Farnsworth, summa cum laude. Jessica Lane Forch. Dylan Douglas Giesler, magna cum laude. Teresa Goodrich. Vanessa Garola. Amanda Joyce Hess, magna cum laude. Marina Lynn Johnson. Ruthanna Sue Johnson, summa cum laude. Caden Keller. Alyssa Marie Liebeck, cum laude. Spencer Reese Martinez. Keisha Cerise Vernell McLaughlin, summa cum laude. Mikkel Tyler McIntosh, cum laude. Landry Samantha Marie Nelson. Grace Elizabeth Nordhughes, summa cum laude. Mandy J. Norris. Logan O'Brien, summa cum laude. Isabella Catherine Poppy, magna cum laude. Julie Renee Spaeth Bellender, cum laude. Kayla Marie Studnicka, cum laude. Eduardo Jr. Uyoda. Jordan Clark Underwood, summa cum laude. Riley Joe Ward. Lillian M. West. Alyssa Luann Weeman, summa cum laude. Cassandra Grace Wolf, summa cum laude. Lauren Grace Zimmerman.
Audience, please join me as we honor all graduates with a well-deserved round of applause. Graduates, your journey to this moment was not one you traveled alone. Let's take a moment to recognize and celebrate those who stood by you every step of the way. Your parents, grandparents, siblings, aunts, uncles, fellow students, teachers, professors, coaches, and staff. Please join me in offering them a heartfelt round of applause for their unwavering support and encouragement in helping you achieve this milestone. Graduates, we commend you for your hard work, personal sacrifices, and perseverance that have led you to the platform this morning to receive your degree. We are proud of you, and as are your family and friends. That's clear. As you leave this college to make your mark in the world, take Chadron State College with you wherever you go, and greet your fellow alumni with a hearty, "Soar Eagles." We send our best wishes to you. I'd like to thank the following for their assistance in today's program. Dr. Gregory Moses, Faculty Senate President, for carrying the Chadron State College mace. Dr. Scott Ritson, our Faculty Marshal, Professor, and Department Chair for Health, Physical Education, and Recreation. Our Student Marshals, Kayla Jordan, who is a member of the CSC chapter of Cardinal Key National Honor Sorority, and Reese Ortman, who is a member of the CSC chapter of Blue Key Honorary Fraternity. Tiana Martin for providing the opening moment of reflection. Dr. Michael Stevens and the CSC Wind Symphony who provided the music today. Ms. Carrie Gaswick, Vice President for Administration, as well as the custodial and maintenance staff. Mr. Alex Helmbrecht, Director of College Relations and the College Relations staff. Ms. Melissa Mitchell, Registrar and our Records Office staff. Ms. Amanda Medeiros and Ms. Tara Kadlachek, and the conferencing office staff, and Dr. Jamie Wada and the Blue Key and Cardinal Key members for serving as ushers. And now, Riley Shaw from Lusk, Wyoming will give the closing moment of reflection.
Hi everyone, good morning, it's still morning, so good morning. Thank you for being here to support and celebrate this special day. To the faculty, staff, families, and friends, thank you for pouring into us, believing in us, and standing by us through it all. So can we give everyone a big round of applause? I would like to give a special shout out to my Bobcat family over at Peru State, my family, friends, and everyone who has supported me along the way. And to my fellow graduates, congratulations, we made it. In the big picture, seasons only last a short time. They come and they go. But seasons can also be terrifying because the beginning of every new season means that an old one is coming to an end. They ask us to let go of what's familiar, the routines we built, the people we saw every day, the version of ourselves that existed in that space. Even when we're ready to move forward, there's still a part of us that wants to hold on just a little bit longer. Unfortunately, seasons move whether we feel ready or not, and eventually we reach a moment like this one, where we're standing right in between what was and what's next. When I look back on my 5 years at Chadron State, I see so much more than just classes and assignments. I see teammates who became family, friendships that changed my life, and moments that shaped who I am today. I know if each of us took a second to reflect, we'd all have our own list of memories, lessons, and people that made this place so special. Look, I know we don't have all the answers yet. We don't truly know what the next season is going to look like, and we might not even recognize who we're becoming in it. But maybe that's the point. Growth doesn't just happen when everything feels certain. It happens when we step into something new without having it all figured out. So, as we step into this next season of life, it's not going to be easy. There will be uncertainty, challenges, and moments where we question ourselves. There will be times when things don't go the way we planned, and moments where we feel like we're starting over. But those are the moments that shape us. I believe that every hard thing we go through makes us more of who we're meant to be. So, instead of being afraid of what's ending, maybe we start appreciating it. Appreciate what it gave us, appreciate how it changed us, and then have the courage to step forward anyway. Because a new season isn't just about what we're leaving behind, it's about what we're stepping into. Remember this, you don't have to have everything figured out. You just have to be willing to take the next step. Be willing to grow, willing to learn, and willing to keep going, even when it feels unfamiliar. Seasons change, that's something we cannot control, but how we step into the next one, that's up to us. Congratulations, class of 2026. Whatever comes next, step into it fully. God bless, roll Eads.
Thank you, Riley. And we thank each of you in the audience for joining us to celebrate these students today. Please rise for the recessional. This concludes the commencement ceremony. Soar Eagles.